The name Israel first appeared towards the end of the 13th century BC in the Merneptah stele of Egypt. At that time, Israel referred to a people in the region then known as Canaan. A few centuries later, two sibling kingdoms emerged in that area, Israel and Judah, from which the term Jewish originates. King David ruled over Canaan around 1000 BC, and he was succeeded by his son, King Solomon or Prophet Solomon, 931 BC. Around 722 BC, the Kingdom of Israel was conquered by the Assyrian Empire, which was centered in what is now known as Iraq. Less than a century later, the Kingdom of Judah was overthrown by the Babylonians. Many of Judah's inhabitants were exiled to Babylon. In 135 AD, after a failed Jewish revolt, the Roman Emperor Hadrian expelled the Jews from Jerusalem. He then decreed that the city and its surrounding territory would be part of a larger entity named Syria-Palestine. By 636 AD, the lands of Syria-Palestine were captured by Muslim conquerors. From that point, Palestine was predominantly under Muslim rule for approximately 12 centuries. In the latter half of the 19th century, the age-old longing of Jews scattered worldwide to return to their ancestral lands culminated in a nationalist movement known as Zionism. When World War I ended in 1918 with an Allied victory, the 400-year reign of the Ottoman Empire came to a close. Consequently, Britain took control over Palestine and supported the establishment of the State of Israel. Israel declared its independence on May 14, 1948, just as the British Mandate in Palestine concluded. Subsequently, the United Nations, UN, admitted Israel as its 59th member on May 11, 1949. Although it seems perpetually embroiled in conflict with Palestine, Israel presents a stark contrast to its age-old adversary. Israel stands as one of the advanced nations of the world, boasting a range of unique features that might just leave you astonished and in deep contemplation. Throughout his life, Albert Einstein consistently demonstrated his support for Israel. Thus, it's no surprise that the brilliant physicist was once offered the presidency of Israel. The inventor of the theory of relativity appreciated the offer, highlighting his strong emotional ties with the Jewish people. However, he diplomatically declined, citing personal limitations such as a lack of relevant skills and advancing age. Despite its small size, Israel is dubbed the startup nation, as it boasts more tech startups per capita than any other country in the world. Renowned tech companies like Waze, Mobileye, and Wix have their roots in Israel. Broadly speaking, even though its size is smaller than the central Java province, Israel is home to 131,000 active companies and industries in the fields of science, professional, and scientific activities. Furthermore, Israel hosts at least 98,000 vehicle sales industries and workshops. Additionally, there are about 75,000 construction companies and another 52,000 companies operating in social and health-related activities. All Israeli citizens aged 18 and above are required to undergo military service. Unlike men who serve for 3 years, women are mandated for 2 years. Beyond just service, Israel is the only country in the world with a dedicated and significant quota for women seeking a military career. If you thought Israel was exclusively inhabited by the Jewish community and religion, you'd be mistaken. While Jews are indeed the majority, there is also a significant population of Muslim Arabs, Christian Arabs, and other religious minorities like the Druze, Baha'i, and individuals from various other faiths. The Israeli community is recorded to have donated kidneys 1,005 times in an 11-year span, 2010 to 2021. The voluntary act of donating an organ in Israel has been on the rise every year. As one of the developed countries, Israel places a strong emphasis on environmental care. Of the 430 liters of water required by an Israeli daily, they are able to process and reuse 90% of wastewater for various purposes. In fact, a company there has even developed a generator that converts atmospheric air into water. Jerusalem, recently claimed as the capital of Israel, was established in 1010 BC, but there's evidence of settlements dating back to 4500 BC. This means people have continuously inhabited Jerusalem for over 6,500 years. Due to its lengthy history, Israel houses more than 2,000 active archaeological sites. In connection to its rich past, Israel also boasts more museums per capita than any other country in the world. In Israel, there are over 230 museums dedicated to a plethora of subjects such as art, science, history, design, architecture, technology, and sports. Despite having a high fertility rate, some couples in Israel resort to technology not just to conceive, but also to determine their baby's gender. One method they employ is in vitro fertilization, IVF. Moreover, the nation offers 2 free IVF treatments for the first 2 children. Israel possesses an advanced medical industry and stands as a center for medical research and innovation. They are acknowledged for their significant contributions in the fields of medicine, biotechnology, and drug development. Israel's postal service maintains a special department handling letters to God. It's no jest. Letters arriving in Jerusalem for this purpose are placed in the crevices of the Western Wall. This is because Jerusalem is considered sacred by followers of Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. The Israel-Palestine conflict has been ongoing since 1917. At that time, Britain, which controlled Palestinian land, endorsed the idea of establishing a state of Israel in that territory. In alignment with the Zionist mission, Palestine, initially inhabited by 90% native Palestinian Arabs, began to receive Jewish immigrants initiated by British and European authorities. Amidst this massive wave of Jewish immigration, the Palestinians resisted, not wanting their land overtaken. This resistance against the Jewish newcomers is what has escalated the conflict to this day. Now, Jewish immigrants have significantly taken over Palestine, while native Palestinian Arabs, who have lived there for over 1.2 millennia, are increasingly marginalized and oppressed.